Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all right. This is a video that I wanted to do quickly. So I've literally come back from work and I was like, right, I've got my laptop up because the notes are on there. Let's talk about the show, let's get it edited, let's do it, because this show is only around until the 20th of April. I saw it last week. I was lucky enough to go and watch it for the blog Theatre and Tonic. So if you want to go and if you want to go and read the written review, then go and check that out. I will make it my darndest to try and leave it down below. But I wanted to make sure that I put my video up as well, just because I feel like I come across a lot more, I don't know, I just like filming. So we're gonna do it, okay? There is another reason why I want to film this video and talk about this show, and that is because this is kind of the UK premiere. It's never really been done professionally in the UK before. Plus, it is a small, I want to say independent theatre in Birmingham, which I just really enjoyed going to visit. So that is the other reason why I wanted to make this video. But if you want to know what we're about to talk about, here we go. The very loved pamphlet, not the word I needed, but anyway, we are going to talk all things The Mad Ones, currently at the old Joint Stock Theatre and Bar, or pub and theatre in Birmingham. So if you want to know my thoughts and feelings on the show, then let's get into it in 2 whole seconds. So yes, let's get into it. Let's try not to ramble on any more than we already have in the intro, but we're going to talk The Mad Ones. If you have never heard of this show, then that is fine. There is a small group of people who I feel are kind of in the know with this show. It's not a well-known piece. It's not like one of your Hamiltons, one of your Wicked's, one of your insert other really high show here. I mean, all of mine up here are Come From Away? Is that popular? Anyway, I was first kind of introduced to The Mad Ones a long time ago from YouTube. I don't even know how I stumbled across it, but way back in the day, I don't know if it's still there, or if they took it off, but there was a version of The Mad Ones by its previous name, which was the unauthorized autobiography of Samantha Brown. Now this was on YouTube, like I say, for a good while. It was filmed in this tiny space in Orange County, I believe, and I fell in love with the show instantly. The music was just stunning. The music and the lyrics have been written by Brie Loudermilk and Kate Kerrigan. I loved the music in Samantha Brown, the original, and they mixed it up a bit, changed some of the songs, and just made it a little bit better, and called it The Mad Ones. So when I saw that it was going to be in Birmingham, I was like, yeah, I will put myself down as tribute and go and watch The Mad Ones at the old Joint Stock in Birmingham. I had no idea where I was going. I still didn't know once I was told by the people at the front door where to go, because you literally walk through the bar to get to the upstairs space where the theatre is. Literally I was told on the door by the bouncers. They were like, we don't need to check your ID because you go into the theatre, you've got to go this way around the bar and then to the far corner, go up a lift or go up some stairs, and you go up 2 floors. I was like, right, that's in. The moment I stepped forth in that bar, it was gone. But once I knew where I was going, all was fine and dandy. A little bit of backstory about the Mad Ones, or a little bit about its story. So I like to call this a coming of age story. It is based on the central character of Samantha Brown, who in her senior year at school goes through a devastating loss of a best friend. Her best friend gets killed in a car crash. She gets hit by a car and passes away. Now you see / hear that event happen towards the beginning of the show. It is then Samantha and also her friend. It is then up to the 4 characters of Sam or Samantha, Kelly, her best friend, Sam's mum, and also Sam's boyfriend Adam, to take this story back, if you will, to the start of senior year and what went on throughout that year. Sounds confusing, it's truly not. But alongside Sam going through that loss, she also has to deal with the different things that are going on, including situation going on with her boyfriend, and also the expectations of her mother in regards to her life and her college choice. And it's kind of about her journey throughout that time, and whether she chooses to make everyone happy or to make her own decisions and go into the great wide world. Like I said, there is 4 actors in the entire show, and I really enjoyed that aspect because you kind of got to know each character really well. Obviously Sam is the key component in the story. Sam is played by Dora G, and Dora's facial expressions and just everything about her being was so interesting to watch. Like, I felt every piece of emotion that Sam felt through the entire show, thanks to Dora and her interpretation of Sam. Also, Sam is the kind of the narrator-esque character through the show, and I just really enjoyed watching Dora do her thing in that show. If you've never been to the old Joint Stock theatre, I forgot the word. If you've never been there, you won't know that it is a quite compact, intimate space. There is 2 rows of seats along the back, and there is 3 rows of seats to the one side. It is a small space above a pub, but I really enjoyed that for this show because you literally got engrossed in the story. Like I said, you saw every facial expression, everything that was going on. There was even a little bit of kind of looks into the audience at certain points, which didn't break the fourth wall, but it just made everything super special. And yeah, I just really enjoyed watching Dora G do her thing. And that is the same for every other member of this cast. So alongside Dora as Samantha, there was Sam's mum, Beverly Brown, who is played by Thea Jo Wolfe, and again, intense talent, amazing power and vocals. Like I said, I kind of knew elements of the show and certain songs because they were in the first draft, if you will, the unauthorized autobiography show. One of those songs being I Know My Girl, and the passion and the everything that Thea put into that performance was absolutely amazing. I loved everything about the cast as an entirety. Third member of the cast is Ryan Bartholomew. Ryan played the boyfriend Adam, and again, great being, great person, loved watching. I like Adam as a character because he's kind of dorky but just so lovable, a bit like a teddy bear in the nicest way possible, and I really enjoyed the way it was portrayed by Ryan. It kind of felt cute and like innocent, but not too much. It wasn't like he was putting on a character, it was just nice. The final member of the cast is Safa Bartley, and I probably butchered her first name and possibly a second, so apologies, but she plays Kelly. Now Kelly is the kind of friend that when you were growing up your parents were very much, oh, be careful about her, she's a bit of a wild one, she's a bit of a crazy one, she's a bit of a wild card, if you will, but the way that that character works alongside Sam's character is just something special, because they kind of balance out each other. And like I said, I enjoyed every single actor's portrayal of the characters that I thought I knew and already loved, but they just brought everything to life, and I was like, that is exactly how I expected that person to be. I loved the chemistry between Dora and Safia as Kelly and Sam, the other way around, but hey ho. And yeah, it just felt, those moments when the two were on stage together, it just felt so like easy and just lovely to watch. And I absolutely loved every single actor in this show. They did an amazing job. Moving quickly onto the creative side, so this show was directed by Emily Suzanne Lloyd, and she did an amazing job of the show. The script and the show itself is serious, but not too serious and not too like angsty. It's not all about being a teenager and going through everything that happened, because obviously if you're in your 30s you don't want to go and watch a load of teenage angst. You've lived through it once, that's enough. However, it's just the way that it was done was just absolutely brilliant. There were those moments of humour and funny things and happiness mixed in with the moments that you wanted to cry but you didn't want to cry because everyone in that theatre would have seen you cry, and it all just slotted perfectly into place, and the way it was done was absolutely excellent. Same with the set. The set was designed by Tom McVeigh. Hopefully I pronounced that surname correctly. The set was simple but so effective. The only real piece of set on the stage was a car. Now when I say car, and I'll try and I'll try and put a picture up here that I took, but the car consists of 4 chairs and a steering wheel which could be pulled in and out, whether it needed to be a car or sometimes a bed. That one piece of set could move around the stage area, but it didn't need anything else. It was literally that, but that was perfect. The other piece of set, I suppose you can call it, was the back wall design, and that was of a broken mirror slash window-esque design, some of which was an actual mirror, so it reflected what was going on the stage, and also kind of you could see the audience, which is always fun. And then there was an extension of that which was painted onto the wall. I really enjoyed that because obviously it's not referenced, it is set. However, you could kind of interpret it in two different ways. You could either think that it is the broken window of the car after the crash. It could also be a symbol of how Sam's life went from a normal teenage senior year life to what it turned into. You could take it in so many different ways just in your brain, and I really enjoyed that aspect. It also worked really well alongside the lighting design, which was done by Joanne Marshall, which worked in ways of light and dark. So if there was some need to be something over here, then that's where the light was focused, so that things could happen towards the background, or just to put more emphasis on one character as they sing. I just really enjoyed how they worked together, and yeah, top marks all around. The final people I wanted to shout out were the band. Now the band consisted of 3 players. You had Callum Thompson, who was on keyboard. He was also the MD of the show. There was Gilbert Price on guitar, and also Taz Duval on violin. Now, as I have mentioned a few times throughout this video, the space is small, and that meant that all of the music literally bounced off every single wall, so you were engrossed in the music as well as the lyrics. Because as the associate director and producer of the show, a lovely man by the name of James, who kind of unwittingly welcomed me to the theatre and the show, he was like, have you seen the show before? I said no, not really. He said something along the lines of, if you enjoy being belted in the face and having a great emotional feel to a show, then you will love it. And that was 100% it. There was moments of intense vocals right in your face, mixed with this gorgeous music coming from the corner of the room, and I just absolutely loved it. Listening to them both together in the flesh was just absolutely glorious, and it's made me definitely download the Broadway version that is on Spotify, which I don't think was as good sometimes, but that's just me being me. Like I said, there isn't much time left to catch this show. It closes on the 20th of April. It is such a lovely venue. I felt so welcome there, and I 100% will be returning to the venue again. They are doing a version of First Date, the musical, in August. Another show that I've never seen in the flesh and absolutely adore, so I will 100% be going back, especially for that, if not before. I am so excited to see what comes from this venue in the future, because from what I've heard of just talking whilst waiting for the show to start, they have some big plans, and I'm very excited to see where they go. But yeah, go and check this out if you're in the Birmingham area. It is a great place to visit for some amazing intimate theatre, and afterwards you can go to the pub, which is literally downstairs. Glorious. But that is pretty much that. Hopefully I've persuaded you to go and watch this show, because it was so nice to listen to and to watch. Yeah, I really am excited to see what comes next for the old stock joint, because I really enjoyed my time. But anyway, I'm going around in circles as I normally do at the end of a video, so I'm going to silence myself now, say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. I'm going to now go and sit and edit this so I can get it up super quick so people can go and watch the show before it closes. I love you all lots, and I hope you come back for more next time, and yeah, see ya, cheerio, goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, bye bye bye. Bye.